So once again, um, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are joining from. So today is the last day of the class. So far we've done the SQL, select statement, um, filter, whereby we use where statements, group by, order by, date function, char index, substring, um, string function, deduplication, removing nulls. So we've done a lot of stuff. We've also done case statement as well, and we did aggregation. We did what's it called, arithmetics, and I believe that even at this time, we've all got what is needed, for us, depending on the field you want to go into, either as a data analyst, business analyst, BI engineer, business intelligence analyst, business intelligence engineer, just visualization engineer, whatever you might want to call it. You have a lot of skills, say that even some persons in the industry doesn't have. And even for you, you have the basics, you have the basic knowledge, basic understanding, you know, how to how to navigate through problems, when you have how to debug problems, when you have SQL problems. You can see that most of the training we did, we they are live training, and oftentimes is only maybe few problems that pop up. We always try to solve it together. And so if you've done that and you watch all the videos, up to this level, then I can tell you for sure that you are very well versed. Also, I always encourage the use of you can always use maybe AI, to boost your work, like in terms of time and efficiency. But oftentimes it might not be the truth. It might also waste your time, but it won't waste your time only when you know what you were doing or what you are doing. If you don't know what you are doing and you just rely on AI, then it's probably going to waste more of your time. So, and you've actually got the basic of what you are doing. So, last week we started the Power BI session of it, and last week we were able to connect to the database that we created, the whole joined, and we're able to create, all of these visuals. We have KPIs, we have filter pane, we have KPIs, we have filter panes, we also have all these visuals. So today, which is the last thing what we'll be doing, I'll be teaching us how to work on um sorry, last week also we also work on mayor, how to create mayor, how you can create columns. We are unable to work on the modeling aspect of it last time, but at least we're able to mention it. Like for instance, when we have two tables, we can always join one table to another. And we also talk about DAX, how you can work with your DAX as well. And if you want to see your table, you could actually see your table right here, like what you are actually pulling in. So today um, we'll be working on bookmarks. Bookmarks is also important. It makes your work, like it gives your work some kind of boost. So we'll be working on that today. And if you remember what I said last week, if you want to work on the bookmarks, we go to view. Then for filter, we don't need this filter, so we can turn off the filter. Then we have bookmarks. Then these bookmarks, and we also have selection pane. So oftentimes when you want to use bookmark, this selection pane will always be on. And a best practice is you see that all of these bookmarks, they are not actually named. Some of it are just named slicer. You see this one, the operation career is just slicer. So the best practice for you to do is to go in there and actually update, and change all these names. If you want to change the name, all you just have to do, I think you can just double click, you can double click on it, and we can call this, um, okay, I can OP, I just call this one OP career slicer. So you can do that for all of these. So now, for us to work on bookmarks, we have to first understand what type of bookmark do you want to create? What do you want to use the bookmark for? And if you remember the last time we talked about, for instance, you see this visual, this break-even flight by route, you could actually see the way it looks like. You could actually see the way it looks like here. It's actually shrink. So if we want, let's say for instance, we want to see it like the full page of it. So we click on this, you see this icon right here. This is the focus mode. If I click on the focus mode, then it comes right here. It displays this thing, right? It gives us the full details. But let's say, we want to hide all of this. We also have filter, we can always what's it called, create like an icon in such a way that when the end user click on it, it will actually go to the icon. So any function that you can perform here, you can actually do that. And for us to do that, I would like to bring some kind of icon right here. So the icon, I want the icon in such a way that will be like a flight icon. And once I click on the icon, what I want to see is I want to see the full stuff like this. So for us to do that, if you remember the background that we did, we created the background in Power BI. So for instance, if I click on insert, you see you can insert shapes right here. You can put the shapes, but let's say, for instance, we don't have anywhere we can actually pick icon unless you want to import images, which means you would download the images to your computer. So I'll just navigate to my PowerPoint real quick. So I was playing with it before the class. This is what we have. All I've just added is I was trying to play around to see the type of icon I can actually use, for it. So I try to bring this gear. I love using the gear, but the gear doesn't really fit. Doesn't I mean, it's not really given for this visual since I'm working on flight dashboard. So I just feel like let me use this one, and I kept it there so as to show you that it's not that oftentimes when you're just developing a dashboard or when you are improving a dashboard, you might not actually what's it called? You might not actually have the full the full diagram of what you want to do. And you can try your hands on different things. So don't just feel like, oh, it's because he has been doing it before. No, there are several tries and errors. And how do you do that inside this Power BI, inside the PowerPoint? I go to Insert right here. Then I click on Icons. Then right here, I searched on, I think I used Plain there. Then I searched on Plain. Then it gives me Plain. And I think I use this one, this Plain. Then I click on that, then Insert. Then once you do that, then it's going to bring you right here. So all I just did was just to rotate it, rotate it in such a way that it will be like this. And I bring it, I shrink it, then just place it right there. So, and also I try to, improve the edges. Initially the edges was too in the corner is kind of too, what's it called? The curve is actually too much. So I try to reduce the curve. So right here, I'm just going to save as, then let me just browse. Then I'll go to I'll change this to SVG, right? Last time I have presentation 1, this time I'll just turn it to presentation 2 so I can still keep that one. Then they ask me, is it on this slide? I'll just say just this one. So I'm done with that. Then I'll come back to this place. I will go to my visualization. Then this part, the format page. Then I'll go to my background again, just in case you missed it last time. Then I will cancel that. So this is the background, the background that Power BI is giving us. So we want to change the background. Then I will click on presentation 2. Then I'll click on open. And you see it override that. So this one, at times it might not actually fit. You see this one right here. What I will just do is fit. You see that it has already covered it. And I don't have to worry about that again. If you know the transparency, this is how it will look like. Well, I think I added some kind of transparency there before just to blend a bit. So, and I have that. So, and you can see this is what I have. So the next thing for us to do now is, let me try to readjust this. And let me try to readjust this. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to come into shapes. I'm going to come into shapes. So I'll look like what type of shapes looks like this. It doesn't really matter. Either a shape that looks like this or a shape that does not look like that. Oftentimes, I always use maybe the circle or the box or stuff like that. But I feel like this one looks like, like the plane. So I can insert this and can I rotate it? You see that? I can't even rotate this one. So that's part of the limitation. So it's just best I just work with what I have. Let me just go with this one. So bring it down here, then I shrink it down, right? I place it on the top. And the next thing for me to do is, so I would like to have it like that. And the next thing for me to do is to edit that this shape. So I want to remove the background and I want to also I just want to make it transparent, basically. I'll go to general, I like that format shape, then I'll go to effects, right? Then it doesn't have that one. So let me go to shape, go to style, then it's right here. Then I'll remove that. I also remove border, right? So now you see, if I click outside, no one will know that you have anything right here. You understand? But if anyone comes here and click on this, the idea is that if anyone comes here and click on this, we want this stuff to actually display, what's it called? We want this stuff to display the full page of this. And so uh, um, with that, I will duplicate this on all of this. So I'll just Control C, Control V, drag it here, Control C, Control V, drag one here, Control C, Control V. You can also use any form of shape that you like. It's not compulsory to use this shape. To C, Control V. Control C, Control V. And the last one, Control C, Control V. I'll drag it here. So we have all of those like that. Oh, the next thing I have to do is I want to turn this action on. You see this when I click on this on the shape that we place on top of the plane. I will come to this action. I want to turn it on, and you see the action is giving us. It has different actions. We have back, bookmark, do it down, apply or slicer, clear or slicer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick bookmark. So that's bookmark. So at this time, if you see this is saying bookmark is null, so it's okay like that. So the next thing for us to do is let's try to rename all of the shape that we just pasted. You see, the first shape is this one. The second shape is that one. Where is the second shape? The second shape will probably be um, the second shape. You see, this is the second shape. So let's try to rename the shape. I'm just trying to adjust that. I'll try to adjust this. So let's try to name the shape. We just call it one, we just know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the sake of the class. I'll just call this one 1. I'll call this one 2. I'll call this one 3. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want this one to be 4. I want this one. Oh. Three. I want this one to be 4. I want this one to be 5. Then there's one there. I don't need that one. I'll delete it. Then I want this one to be 6. And you can actually rearrange it. You can bring this one down. You can just click on it and just drag it down. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next thing for me to do is for me to come to bookmark. So I don't this one, I can just click on turn on. I'll come here, then click on bookmarks. Then the next thing we want to do is add. You click on the add. We have 6 at this moment, so I'll just go ahead and add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll leave it. Since one is aligned with one. So right here, I'll come here. I'll click on these 3 dots. Then the first thing we want to do is, if you see right here, we have data, display, current page, all visuals. So these ones, they are very, very important, right? And probably I don't know if you probably get the logic behind all of this. Maybe until when you start using it very, very, very well. That is when you'll be able to, know how to use how to this actually works. So for this data, let's say for instance, we want to drill down. I'm going to probably still teach us that. I'm going to try to find one that we have to drill down the data. And you're going to see how it looks like. Let's say, for instance, I want to drill down the data. We already have this data right here. So, and you want to, let's say, let me just come out here. So this does not have a drill down. Does this has a drill down? No. Drill down oftentimes, let's say maybe we have an hierarchy. So let's try to probably develop one that has an hierarchy. We have routes in this x-axis. So let's try to also add, what's it called? What can we add? Let's just add itinerary ID. You see this icon? All of this icon is already out. This drill up, drill down, all of this this is not coming up because it's only just 2. And if I click on drill down, you see, if I click on drill down, what is meant to do is meant to probably drill down to the itinerary ID, or you just drill down to, this is the itinerary, you see the itinerary ID. You see, it will drill down to the itinerary ID. So something like that. But oftentimes that one always works. Maybe let's say we have dates, whereby we have dates, maybe in the x-axis, and you want to drill down on the dates, then we can actually use that, right? And that one is, so now for it, let us go back to the aspect of the bookmarks. So let's say you want to drill down on this, and you don't want to come here and just drill down. All you just have to do, you now have to, that's where the data is important. You understand? So I'll just remove this. Then but for now, what we are working on, what we want to work on is we are only interested in the visual, in the display. So the data is not important. So we uncheck the data. If we go down, so the display, we want the display because this is a display. This is what we want to, we want to see the full page of it. So we leave the display. The current page, where that one does not matter. Either you leave it at current page or not. Then it's asking, is it all visuals? We don't want all the visuals. What we want the selected visuals. Then the question is, at what point do you use all visuals? Let's say we have 2 pages, right? We have 2 pages. Let me try to duplicate this page. But I want to, okay. If I will just use this as an example. This, the second page, right? Let me just try to pick some, do something there. The route, let me bring IETA code, remove that. You see that it's kind of different. I'll just play around with it. You see that it's different. Don't mind whatever I'm using. Let me use destination right here. Destination doesn't really look. Yeah, let me use this one. Then let me come here, then add IATA code. Now you see that there's a difference between this page and this page. So let's say we want this page, we want to copy this page over this other page, over this page. Because now the point is we have these visuals, all of these are the same. And we also have this. All of these are the same, like it follows the same structure. So there's no point in saying you are having 2 separate stuff. So you can literally just have it, you can literally have it like that, and you'll have like a button right here. And the button, what the button is going to do is that once you click on the button, and this page will be hidden. Everything will now be on one page. So at that particular point, then you might want to use all visuals. So I think that is probably well understood. If you have any question regarding that, you can always reach out. So let's try to go as fast as possible. So the first one, we only want display and selected visuals. I'll do the same thing for this as well. Uncheck data, uncheck current page, then selected visuals. Uncheck data, uncheck data, display, current page, selected visuals. So while I'm doing this, our last work, the project I want to see, I want you to actually have two pages, like these two pages like this in one single page. So try to work on that and let me see what you have. So that's how that's how best I feel like you can practice it very well. Right, actually click data here, might be display. So I'm almost done. Check data, current page, and selected visuals. So I think we're done with that. So the next thing for us to do is for us to, at this time, this bookmark is empty. When I click on this bookmark, you see, it's not performing any function. So I want it in such a way that when I click on this bookmark, I want it to perform a function. And if I want to do that, all I have to do is come here, then I'll have to update it on something. So now the first thing is I want to use this one. So the first thing is I want to update this one. So the question is, what do I want to update when I click on this? I want to see this one, which is the first one. So I will click on that, then I will come here and do what? An update. Then I can go back. And the two, I will also click on this one. Then bookmark 2, then updates. Then the next thing is I'll click on this one, that's bookmark 3, then I come here and update. Then the next one is click on this one, that's bookmark 4, hit on this one and update. Then I'll click on this one, then the next one is what? The bookmark 5. And I can go back. Then this one again, I want to see this, then that's bookmark 6, then then updates, then I can go back. So now the question is, now we've linked all of these, so let's confirm if it works. Let's click on bookmark 1. You see? Let's click on bookmark 2. You see? Bookmark 3, bookmark 4, bookmark 5, bookmark 6. You see, that is working perfectly like the way we wanted. So now the next thing for us to do is that we can't always try to come here, we can't always try to come to this bookmark all the time to click on bookmark. What we wanted to do is we want to come here and do what? And update this. So at this point, we don't need this bookmark pen again. I don't need this selection pen again. So the next thing for me to do is I will click on this flight, then the format page. Remember the action that we toggle on the other time. Then I click on that, then the drop down, then I will pick. You see, now we have all these bookmarks. I will click on bookmark 1. Then I click on this one again, then you toggle that one on. Then you have where is it? Bookmark. Then you click on what? Bookmark 2. Then this one as well. Then you click on bookmark. Then what bookmark? That's bookmark 3. Then this one, hit that. Then bookmark. Then that one is bookmark 4. Then this one again, we toggle return. We click on bookmark. Then that's bookmark 5. Then this one, we toggle return. Then that's bookmark. Then what we give it a bookmark 6. So now, if you want to select this, if you are, you are in development stage now, if you are yet to publish it, when I say publish, oftentimes you always publish your maybe in your organization, you always publish your reports to maybe what's it called? Report server. You have Power BI report server. They won't be able to do all of this stuff that you are doing. Let's say you only want people to just go there, see the report, and just copy and just okay, this is what it is this month, and just copy it out. Your maybe your manager or the executives, they might not be actually doing all of these things that you are doing. You be the one, as a developer, you be the one doing all of these things at the back end. Or all you just have to be doing is instead of they to just come here and click, you see what this one is saying. Says control plus click here. So since we are still in the development, tab, we have to click control and click on this. So you see, then the next thing, hit control on your keyboard, then click on this. Then it displays that. Hit control, it displays that. Hit control, it displays that. Just confirm, displays that. Then hit control, and it displays that. And that's exactly what we wanted. So now let's say, for instance, you see now, you see this stuff. This one is saying multiple routes selected. Let's now say, for instance, we also have these airports, this airport's being selected. So let's say we want to clear, or we have some kind of hidden filter right here that we want to clear, and we just want probably like a faster way whereby you just want to click, you're thinking of just clicking like a toggle, just click on the button and it clears everything. It goes back to the home page. You can also do that by you can use button. This button is also the same thing. We have apply or slicer and we have clear or slicer. You can use clear or slicer, and right here you can just put it on top of this, right? You can click on top of that. But for that one, we don't want the words that is right there. Then we just turn this one off. Let's see, do we have border? We don't want a border. Do we have anything again? No, we don't have anything. So let's click outside. So now you see that we have some, what's it called? Some slicers being applied to this. So if for instance, I swear, since we are here to publish it, if I hit my control down and click on this, you see, everything is gone. And this is what we actually have in our real dashboard. So instead of you trying to probably say, I want to click on this, I want to click on that one, or stuff like that. So you can always just use this. So anyone that comes to this home page, it might be the logo. What it's going to do is that it's going to reset the page. And it's going to reset all the slicer, it's going to clear all the slicer, and are going to have this. So so with that, I believe we've been able to cover the basics that is needed for you to get yourself moving. As you know, the world is changing. There are a lot of resources, but the point is, everything we've done right here. I'm not sure at this time if there's any AI that can actually do all of this for you, whereby you click on and stuff like that. So you still be the one to do it yourself, at least for in the next few years. You still probably be the one doing it. So there's this job to be done. So when you know all of this, how to improve your visuals, it makes it more cool, and it gives you a kind of an edge over others. Everything I've taught you, these are what I do, my day-to-day activities, and it has been helpful. I keep learning every day. I keep getting different tasks, different tasks. You as well, if you put your mind in it, you'll be able to also surpass what I've been able to teach all of you. So with that, you can always reach out to me if you have any question, if you have any concern or any stuff, let's say maybe now or in the future. But the project I want us to do, you've seen what I've been able to do here, but I want you to actually, work on, try to work on the reports. So I want you to have I want you to have two reports. So for instance, I know some of you will be like, now I'm giving you the assignment that I didn't actually I didn't actually do. So why am I expecting you to do that? Okay, for instance, I'm trying to see. Let me try to come over here with what I'm expecting you to do. It's going to look like it's going to be messy. right? I'm going to rename all of these as one. I'm going to add one to all of these, so that when I paste the other one, it will know that it's not, it doesn't have to do with, oh, one, 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 almost done. One. And also the exercise doesn't have to be the same thing I've done right here. You know, it can it can be whatever you feel like, um, depending on how you are able to, raising, all of this stuff that we put together, we're only able to put it together while we are working in the class. So um, I want you to think of it, what can you actually extract out of the what can you actually extract out of the table, out of the stuff. What can you extract from there? Oh, I think I remember. I promised I was going to teach you how to what's it called? How to pull out what's it called? Because I was trying to remember what I wanted to what I wanted to teach, like what I wanted to teach you today. Um, let me see. So let me just continue this. Let me continue this one first. Let me open up this one. Let me just try to print this one here. Mm, this tags. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So I think we've renamed that. So I'll come to this page one that we've renamed. So right here, I want to hide all of it. So I'm hiding all of it. You see, everything is hidden. You see this? Everything is already hidden. Then the next thing I want to do is to come right here, right? And I want to select all and copy. And I'll come here and do what? And paste. Let's say sync visuals. You see that? You see, if you see right here, you see some are actually hidden, right? So, right, all of these are unhidden. You see all of this. So this is the second page and this is the first page. So what we are going to do now is that one is that we have one that is unhidden and we have one that is hidden. And the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add like let me just add a shape. I'll have probably added this maybe let's say from when I will expect you to probably bring this together and just add a page over there. So um, let me add just this arrow, and then I'm going to come over here, just add this arrow here. You know, I wouldn't expect you to add arrow. I would expect you to probably maximize the scale. Then the next thing I want to do is this action. I want to turn it on. Then I'll go to view. Then okay, I see I have my bookmarks. Then I want to create a bookmark and I want to call it maybe page 2 or so. Oh, sorry. I'll call it page 2. You see, I call that page 2. Then I want to call one as well. Then I want to add another one. I'll call that one page 1. I want to call this page 1. So right here, what do I want? I don't want the data. because what the data will do is that each time I click on the page one, what it's going to do is it's going to refresh all the data. But I want the, let's say maybe I put a filter for one. I want the filters to still be the same. And I go to this page two. Okay, I'm still on page one. I want I want the display of everything current page, and I want all visuals. So write this one as well. Um, okay, out of this one, data, do you have any current page as well? Doesn't matter. So right here, I know that this is my page two, right? So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to update my page two. It's already here. It's already hidden here. Then the next thing I want to do is let me copy this. Control C, Control V. Oh no, yeah. Let me bring it down here. Then I'll call this one page two. Then so for this one, I will add bookmark. Then the bookmark will be page. Let me call this one page one. Then I will call this one page two. Then bookmarks. Then I will call this one page two. So for page two, we already have page one at this time. So for page two, I will have to hide all of these as well. And if I want to hide, let me click on this shape. Then where is the last one? Or you just hit your shift, on your keyboard. You press your shift and you click on this. And you see all of this is also what? Then I can hide all of this. Then I think it starts here. Then I will click on this one. Then I'll hit this one. Then what will I do? Then I will click on show. So, and it showed. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, the first one is page what? Sorry. Can someone remember? I think that one will be page two. Then this one will be page one. Then I'll update it. Then I'll update this one. So if I click on this, it will overlay. You see? Then if I click on this one, page two, page one, you see that? If you want to see the difference, you see right here. So now let's try. Now that we've been able to do that, now let's try to hide it. Let's try to put it right there. I think we've already put it. Okay. So if I click on, I think this page one. If I click on this, I have page two. Then I have page one. You see, but you see the other. You see the shapes. The shape is also gone. So that is why I said we need this stuff to be always there. This is page. Let me see. I think that should be page two. Stuff has even confused me. So let me click on page two. So I know that's my page two. Then I go up. Then my page two, I update this. Then my page one, hide that. So I'm going to unhide it, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to update as well. So if I click on this now, if I click on this one, that's my one. If I click on this one, that's my two. You see the difference. So this one and this two. This one, you see, and these two. So that's how we work on. What's it called? That's how we work on the. That's how you work on the bookmarks for page one and page two. So I'll be expecting something like what's it called? I'll be expecting something like what's it called? Um, I'll be expecting something like gosh, sorry. I'll be expecting a project that has to do with Don't do it this way. This one is kind of messy since it's just for practice sake. Um, I will want you to produce something that is very unique. It doesn't have to be six. It doesn't have to be six. It can be four. You can get a picture of a big aeroplane, put it in the middle. Just be kind of creative about it. Um, be creative about it. You can put a plane here. It doesn't. This filter doesn't necessarily have to be here. Just try to be creative, like something unique. You understand? And um, and once you are done with that, I also want to see a kind of a second page being hidden. A second page. I will just cancel this one. Now I can actually delete the page, this duplicate page. So I want something that is kind of what's it called? I want something that is kind of unique. Make it 2 pages or 3 pages, depending on whatever you want to do. So um, with that, let me try to see. I'm trying to see together. So do we have any question? Do you have any question? Any question so far? Um, this is the last day of the class. So um, let's see if you have any question. Do you have any question? No question? Okay. Um, then I wish all of us the very best. I'm waiting for your um, I'm waiting for your success story. Always do well to what's it called? Do well to reach out. I'm happy to help you. At any point in time. So I think we have okay.
Good afternoon. Please, I have a question.
Okay.
Sorry. So there was one time that somebody shared a Power BI link with me at work. So
Mm,
they used it to do games.
okay.
So now if I do something like this, so how can I share the link that in a way that anybody would be able to view it and access it as well?
So I think it does that has to do with let's say maybe Power BI, what's it called? Maybe Power BI
Like
service or yeah, you can actually upload whatever you've done here. You can upload it on GitHub. Do you understand? You can upload it on GitHub. So
oh
let me save. Let me see this published. You see, it's asking me for my email. Let's say, for instance, I enter my email. I'm not sure of that one. At gmail.com. So with even all the codes we've done so far, I will probably still suggest you see, it's asking me to pick an account. Uh, so signing option. Let me see if I have signing options. Okay. So, well, that one is not working. I don't know. Mm, so that one is not working. Well, but that's one way you can actually share it. And also, if you're probably signing, because currently me, I'm not signed in right here. You can actually sign in and also share your work, and you can generate the link. But with this one, this is actually in your local repository. But if you have a GitHub, I advise everyone to open the GitHub. And once you open the GitHub, you can always upload um, your work on GitHub. So that one. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you very
Really,
much. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
really appreciate. Yep, you're welcome. So,
Thank you very
uh,
much, sir.
with that being said, thank you all for
Thank you so
joining.
much.
Um,